It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Birds and the Dirty Birds, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles.
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up. And then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
I always enjoy reflecting on Matt Ryan's career at this stage because when he came out of the draft, he was the number 3 pick overall. There were plenty of doubters out there about whether he should have gone in that slot. I don't think you can find any of those doubters now. One of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So, Charles, defensively here, you're going up against a veteran quarterback. He's got a lot of know-how, a ton of savvy, but guy who's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. What's the plan of attack?
You spend all week pumping up your defensive front. Your defensive tackles, your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys who go after the quarterback the most, because you know that he's not going to run and beat you consistently throughout the game. You can rush more aggressively off the edge and even up the middle, because even if he evades you, he's not going to go very far. You have a lot more confidence going after him in the pocket.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Davis diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. For the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he has the support of the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open it up to even more big plays.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Once again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now it's Patterson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Sanders shaking and baking. Open space inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's on Pro Bowl center Jason Kelce. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Davis, he'll try to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
He can't get him down. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
He was brought down by Eric Harris.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
And what a year Devontae Smith had at Alabama in 2020. The first wide receiver to win the Heisman since Desmond Howard in 1991 while he was at Michigan. The 10th overall pick of the Eagles, who traded up from number 12 to get him. He's reunited with his old quarterback, Jalen Hurts, from a few years back at Alabama. 117 catches last year, led all of major college football.
On first down, Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this time will be intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, He had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Pitts out of Florida was the 4th overall pick in the 2021 draft, the highest a tight end has ever been taken. A lot of people thought he was the best player in the draft as well. Wearing number 8, he's a matchup nightmare for any defense. Good grab there for a first down.
On first down, Ryan. Right back to Pitts again. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. He's got it complete. Mike Davis. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw again is Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen with Davis. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. To throw is Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
That's to the speedster, Olamide Zaccheaus. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Ryan on first down. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. Sanders shaking and baking. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Well, on that one, they go with the play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
He'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
We got 3.
From the gun, it's Ryan. A dump off for Davis. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Ryan on target to pitch first down Falcons.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught by Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing again, Ryan. Looking for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Coup for the extra point.
And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as it kicks away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Ryan. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On 2nd down, it's Davis. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a good substantial run there from Mike Davis. And how about his career resurgence? Because he's bounced around a bit in the NFL. From San Francisco to Seattle to Chicago to Carolina. And now here with the Atlanta Falcons, always dependable, Mike Davis.
A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Davis. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. They'll run it again here with Davis. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Hurts and the Eagles now down 20-17. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one complete to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Back to throw. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that takes us from second to third down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
2nd and 11. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.